AOPS number theory 12.42. Find the remainder when this is divided by 7. So 10 to the power of 10 is congruent to 3 to the power of 10, which is congruent to 9 to the power of 5, which is congruent to 2 to the power of 5, which is congruent to 32, which is congruent to 4 in modulo 7. And for 10 to the power of 100, it's congruent to all of this. Eventually, it's congruent to 4 still in modulo 7. So that means all of these are congruent to modulo 4 and congruent to 4 modulo 7. So 4 to the power of 10 is congruent to 4 modulo 7. That means all of this is congruent to 4 plus 4 plus all of these 4's, which is equal to congruent to 10 times 4, which is congruent to 40, which is congruent to 5 in modulo 7. AOPS number theory 12.44. What is the size of the largest subset S of 1, 2, 3 all the way to 50 such that no pair of distinct elements of S has a sum divisible by 7? So since the two in this there are groupings, so there's rows of 7 since it's divisible by 7. So it's like this all the way to 50, and the residue of this column is 1 in modulo 7, and this column it's 2, this column 3, all the way to this, and this column 0. So the two residue sums can't be equal to 7. So it can't have 1 and 6, 2 and 5, 3 and 4, and 0 and 0 as the residue sum. So it can't have it can't have two residues that are 1 and 6, and 2 and 5, and 3 and 4, or 0 and 0. Then that would make the residue sum equal to 7. So it can only have one number from each group. So like each of the 1 and 6, 2 and 5, 3 and 4, 0 and 0. So to have the largest subset, when you have residue 1 in it because it has a 50 over here, and none of the others have numbers over here. There's only a 50, so there's definitely residue 1. So there are 8 different residue 1s, 1, 8, 15, 22, 29, 36, 43, and 50. And then residue 2 or 5, so it can be, there's 7 of each, 7 residue 2 and 7 residue 5s, and residue 3 or 4, so 7 of each again. And residue 0, you can only have 1, because if you have more than 1, any of these summed up would be a residue, would have a residue that's divisible by 7. So 8 plus 7 plus 7 plus 1 is equal to 23. So there are 23 numbers. The size of the largest subset is 23.